I'm parked outside my my house, and I don't feel like going in. I just spent the morning at, I forgot the name of it, but it's a place where you get your fingerprints done, and then the RMV. On September 26th, I paid to renew my license. And this, again, I waited a long time to get my license. I just want to start there. I waited a long time because I lived in Boston, and I didn't feel like, I didn't get a car, didn't feel like I really needed a driver's license. Most of the things that I wanted to do, I could either have someone drive me, commute, or, public transit. So I spent most of my life without my license. I got my license pretty late. I want to say I got my license in my 30s. And so all the things about that you would already know as like a teenager or somebody in your early 20s, all those things that you already know about a car were new to me. And I consider myself intelligent. I try to kind of, read the fine print and try to understand things, try to Google stuff if I don't know. I try to do these things. And so when I went to the RMV today to get a temporary copy of my license, because I was waiting for it in the mail, the confirmation email after I paid for the citation that I got a few years ago and the reinstatement of my license, and then the renewal of my license. I had to pay all these things that added up to like $500, and then I also paid those parking tickets that were like $750. After I paid all this stuff, Lord, after I paid all these things, they're telling me that I still don't have a license. And I'm like, the email that y'all sent, the RMV, like this was definitely rmv.gov, honey. This was, mass.gov, RMV. It's a legitimate site, is my point. Told me, thank you for paying for the $115, and you should expect your license in the mail within 30 days. In the meantime, use this email with your expired license so you can still drive. The email did not say, oh, by the way, those fees for the, sometimes I feel like I'm really stupid. Even though I said I consider myself intelligent, I must be really stupid because I made the payment and I'm looking at how much it costs for these things and I'm thinking it's a formality. Okay, you're renewing your license. You also have to pay the name fee here, right? So it says license fee, permit fee, road test fee. Why do I need to take these things again? I don't understand, but I know you're charging me for it and you're kind of dangling it over my head. So I paid it. I didn't think I would actually have to do all that, especially since the email confirmation did not say, now go schedule this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought it was a formality. Hey, since you're renewing your license and it's been over a year here, I did not know. And no one said to me that this would be a possibility, that I would have to take my permit and road test again in order to get that renewed license. Why is it called a renewal if I'm getting a brand new license? Does that make me stupid? Was I supposed to infer that already? Because you're telling me there's a license in the mail in this confirmation. You are telling me that there's a license in the mail, that I'll get it in a month. But you're not saying you have to do this first. And so when I go to the RMV today and they tell me that I don't have a license, it is very confusing and it's very infuriating because I'm trying to get my fingerprints done within 48 hours. I had to have been in there for like 2 hours. So I go up to the counter, and the woman that was helping me explains finally that I have to start from scratch, as if I've never had a license. And I'm like, I know this shit is going to take longer than 2 days. How could it not? How could it not? So the job that I just got hired for, that needs me to get my fingerprints done within 48 hours, is now no longer my job. I already know they're going to message me back and tell me that there's nothing they can do, and that since I can't get my fingerprints done in 48 hours, that they're going to have to move on. This is the first job offer that has been legitimate in 3 years. And now it is gone just as fast as I got it. I have no one to blame but myself. But that doesn't make it any less frustrating. Because when I got this job, I said to myself, this is it. I can finally work on getting the fuck out of this marriage. And then the universe said, psych. No, the fuck you can't. And not only that, you can't drive nowhere else, girl. So I'm gonna go upstairs and take this permit test. I think I still have the book, so I'll refresh myself real quick. This has been a hard day. And then I have to explain this to my mom again. That's what I did. That's where I fucked up. I don't think that today would have gone the way that it did had I not told my mom and my aunt that I got a job. Even though I need their help schedule-wise, which is why I told them I would need their help with Nala for my schedule, I just shouldn't have said anything. Because whenever I share something good, it always gets taken away. I never learn not to say shit until it's like official, until I'm walking through the door of my new job. I shouldn't have said anything. Well, back to square one. I'm really close to stopping. Like I'm probably gonna stop trying. I probably shouldn't even take this leave of absence. I should just jump right back into it because I can go right ahead and get that shit over with too and just fail this fucking class. I'm not going to pass that shit. I am not going to pass statistics. I am not going to graduate. I am going to have wasted time and money on a master's degree for nothing. That's exactly what's going to happen because that's what always fucking happens. That is what always happens to me. I don't understand why I keep trying. I'm not supposed to have anything. I'm not supposed to have anything. I should just relinquish my life to this misery that I'm already in and just wait to fucking die. That's exactly what I should do. Stop trying, Victoria. Girl, when are you going to figure it out? Stop trying. Stop trying to have a fulfilling career and be happy. Stop trying to better yourself because you are going to get nowhere ever in your life. You're already almost 40. Why the fuck are you not getting it? Your YouTube shit failed because you're not supposed to have shit. Your husband turned into a fucking narcissist asswipe because you're not supposed to be happy. Your kid has ADHD and is a freaking carbon copy of their dad because you're not supposed to be happy. You have aches and pains and stress and anxiety, and you have no health insurance because you are not supposed to be happy. So stop fucking trying. Whew, glad we cleared that up. Update. My mom was really kind and supportive, and she encouraged me to get a state ID in the meantime. So I went on the RMV website to see if maybe I could get a state ID until I get through, just so I can go and do the fingerprinting. But since I have a license renewal payment, I cannot do that. They suggest that I cancel that license and then I can apply for the state ID. I need to drive, okay? I need to be able to drive. I'm supposed to get my car back this week. I need to be able to drive. So I don't see the point in canceling the license when I need a license to drive. So I have accepted that, things are what they are. This job is not meant for me, and that's why everything's going to shit. And so I am mourning that. So I went ahead and took the permit test, and I failed. Because of course I did. Why are you asking me about fucking bike helmets and stuff that doesn't have anything to do with me? I'm getting why do I need to know what age that you have to wear a bike helmet if I'm driving? Why do I need to know that? Anyway, I got 16 out of the 18 that I needed. So I'll have to spend another $30 for that. Yay. Coincidentally, that's what a state ID costs too. And so I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting for 3:30. It's a little after 3. Just waiting to go pick up Nala. Just gonna walk to pick her up. And then, since, I have nobody to come pick up this car, I'm just gonna go give it to my mom. And that's it. That's it. And then I'm probably going to sit here and stew for a couple of days and try to keep from the ideations of, you know, the unalived kind. I just don't see things getting better. I just don't. Something to consider. The reason that I like the show From so much is because it is so much like my actual life. Not the monsters and shit, but like the way that these people are stuck in a place that they can't escape. And whatever is controlling it is consistently fucking with them. And will give them these little crumbs of hope and then hit them with devastation over and over again. I identify with the show. All right, so after yesterday, I'm emotionally exhausted, but I have managed to clean up, to do a little meal prep, do my onboarding for my job, my upcoming job, and I have spoken to the staff, and so they're going to give me time to get my license, which I'm grateful for. But I'm not grateful for this current process. Like, I'm still very much emotionally exhausted from the whole thing. I just think it shouldn't be this difficult. It should just be, hey, now that you've paid this off, can you set your schedule your dates, or you can do this online or whatever. Like, I should have received a link to take the permit test if that's what was supposed to happen, not a confirmation that said, hey, wait for your license to come in the mail. Those are two very different things. Those are two things that conflict with each other. One of those is true and the other one isn't. And so I'm still very much upset about that, because I just wasted 2 weeks when I could have already had it and I wouldn't have been delayed. And so, yes, I'm still upset about it. I still blame myself for my part, for what I didn't do. And so, I'm grateful to them for giving me the time to get this taken care of. Like I said, failed the first permit test. I mean, I'm out of practice. And so, just going to take it again on Friday when I get paid from reward style. So I'm going to take it again at that point. In the meantime, I'm using this app for the practice road test. I'm sorry, not the road test, the practice permit test. Just so that I'm prepared. And so I don't have to spend another $30. Because, I feel like they've gotten enough of my money. It is Wednesday. So we're at the middle of the week now. Hopefully between today and tomorrow I get a call about my car, and that there's no more issues with it, and that it can pass inspection. Because I know we're coming up on the weekend, so I'm not going to get my license until next week. But I feel like my car needs to be ready for the road test. Now, I have a feeling that I am still going to have to pay for a driving school to lend me their car for the road test. I have a feeling, because they still use those old ass cars with the e-brake in the middle for these road tests. And how many people still have a car like that? It's just always something. And there goes my leg, because my anxiety is creeping in. So I think what I'm going to do now, since everything is done this morning that I need to do, is I'm going to take a nap, so I can escape for a while. And then I'll walk the dog at noon. That's it for now, y'all. Sorry this is such a negative vlog. I wish my perspective were different at this point. I mean, I can get there, but I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, those are the best victories. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what Kevin's trying to
I
be
can
Michael
get there.
Jordan, always have a vendetta.
Oh, 1000%. Just forgot. In the middle of all of this, I did manage to finish my NARS concealer reels. I can't remember if I posted it or not. I probably didn't because I need to edit the cover photo. But yeah, I guess I'll do that later today. No rush on that. Yeah, that's it. That's it for now, y'all. See you later. I am so irritated I can't even finish my fucking nap. You can't rely on anybody. That's a fact of life. You cannot rely on a soul. You just can't. I'm not even gonna get context. No need for context. You just can't rely on anybody. I'm just waiting for Nala to get out of school so I can pick her up from the bus stop, make her dinner, run these flashcards with her, and you know, we'll spend time together before she goes to sleep. That's all you can do, man. My life is what it is, and I'm stuck with it, and I'm just gonna accept that. Not that man. I'm just talking about, you know, I didn't want to be a mom, and now I am, and you know, I let my feelings for my husband and thinking that he was going to be a good dad cloud the fact that I don't even want kids. I let that really cloud my judgment there and thinking that I was going to have a partner to help me raise my kid. But when somebody is unable to explain to you what they think that entails, you better listen to that. You better listen to that. Even if you tell them what you want, they have no intentions of listening. So you are going to be doing it by yourself, all the heavy lifting, girl. And they're just going to put money down and say that that's their role. Your mother wants to be a grandma. She's going to do it on her terms. So, if you need her to help you out until you get your car back, she's going to do that. She's just going to be at her convenience. Even though she begged you to have a grandbaby. And that's fine. It really is. I'm not being sarcastic. That is fine. But don't tell me you can do it and then don't do it. That's all I'm saying. Don't offer to help and then renege on the help when it's not convenient. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. It's been a doozy of the past couple days, man. I just thinking, and imagine me thinking that once I start my job that it will be different, that I receive help from anybody. It's probably not. I'll be all the way in Johnston and somebody will call me and tell me, oh, I got up early. I can't help you out there. That's exactly what's going to happen. Then I'm going to have to leave work early, and that's going to be reflective of whether or not they hire me. Then they won't hire me permanently. That's how it's going to go. Then they'll go, oh, geez, man, you know, it's been a really long time since you've had a job. Again. They'll be saying that again. I will never, again, get my hopes up about a motherfucking thing. Like, I may as well just stop vlogging. Because ain't nothing good going to come out of it. You are just going to hear the commisery until I decide that I have had enough. And I'm close. I don't like kids enough to work around them. So the idea of like just working at an after school program or a daycare or something like that, I can't do it. I do not like children like that. So that's not going to work out. Really leaning towards that OnlyFans. Really leaning towards that because that's the best way to make the most money as a content creator for me. You know, nobody cares about what I'm doing here. So this is not paying the bills. So I think I may have to go ahead and just clap these cheeks together a couple times for the OF. Okay. Yeah, I have an account because I've already thought about it. I just got to get out of my situation. That's really where my head is. I just need to get out of my situation. And once I do, I am going far away. I'm going far away, man. It's just, I desperately need my peace back. As much of it as I can get, as much as is in my control. Because I can't take it anymore. My husband has a fucking bucket of beans sitting in the fucking kitchen. Who told you to empty that whole bag of beans into the bowl, sir? Who are you cooking that many black eyed peas for? You going down the street to the soup kitchen with that? Who's eating all these beans? And where are you keeping them? And I know that was some weaponized incompetence shit. You know you ain't eating all them fucking beans. And what makes you think I want black eyed peas? My daddy traumatized the shit out of me, feeding me a bowl of bland black eyed peas just once. And I will never eat those things again. They will never enter my mouth. I don't care how they're prepared. And I'm going to let them girls sit there because you came in this house with goat meat and black-eyed peas talking about you was going to cook. Then do it. Don't passive-aggressively ask me how do I prepare this. You better use your phone and hit the old YouTube University. I don't want to cook her. Don't ask me. And every time that man asks me to do something, I'm going to charge him because I'm tired. I'm fed up. Everybody wants my fucking help, but when I need help, it's always this way. It's either you bitching and moaning about it, and I got to hear this stupid shit before you help me, or you say you're going to help and then it's inconvenient to you and suddenly you can't help, or you half-ass do it, or at the last minute you can't, or whatever the hell. It's always something like that. But Victoria has to come through. Oh, you're such a good cook, Victoria. Oh, you're so good with the dogs. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna start being a bitch. Tell y'all what I really think. I miss the old Victoria because she used to tell y'all what she thought. I tried to be mature and give grace and all this other shit. I'm not doing it. Nope. I'm going back to being selfish Victoria. Bitch Victoria. I'm going back to that. Because y'all are ungrateful as hell. And y'all think that you can take advantage of me. I am at the point where I would rather be staying in one of these shelters than dealing with this. I hate this house. I hate how people don't clean up after themselves. I hate how you spend 3 days cleaning the kitchen and now it looks the way it looks. Because people can't be bothered to put shit back where you have a designated place for it. I'm tired of all of it. When the shit magically disappears because I put it back where it goes and you find it later, you still don't put it back. I mean, shit. You may as well just use all the fucking leftover counter space as a dish rack. Sloppy motherfuckers. I'm so sick of it. Leaving candy wrappers and shit everywhere. How many garbage cans are in this house? Just extra candy wrappers. Just fuck it. Just leave it where it is. And I can't leave it on the fucking floor because I have dogs. Had to cuss this girl out because she left chocolate. Can it reach the trash? And if you can't, then don't eat it. Man, I want to live by myself. That's my motivation. Whatever job I get, I am going to be treating it like I'm not working. I don't care what it is. If I don't need it, it's not happening. I just need to save every freaking dime I can so that I can get out. I'm so sick of it. And once I'm out, ain't nobody gonna hear from me. You're just not gonna hear from me. I'm not coming to the holiday parties. I'm not coming to the birthday parties. I'm not coming to the get-togethers. I'm not coming to shit. Just pretend I don't exist. Pretend I don't exist, for real. And I'm talking about my acquaintances too. Just pretend I don't exist. Because whenever I do something for somebody else, it is never reciprocated equitably. And you know, I can't do that no more either. I'm not going to go out of my way. I like to make people, treat people the way I want to be treated, but they do not reciprocate that energy. So I need to stop doing it. This is why some people, as they get older, step back from friends and family and stuff. This is exactly why. I see it now. And I never really held judgment for people like that. I just always wondered what caused it. What led here? And it's not one thing. It's not one thing. But I can't keep being disappointed like this by people who are supposed to love me. And I know in my heart of hearts that if my daddy was here, he would not be that type of person. Because not only because of what I remember, but from what I hear from my family about my dad and how he was and the person that he was to them. I know that I would have had somebody that I could deeply rely on. But I don't. And nobody else is measuring up. So I just got to do me. Just like everybody else is doing.